Hello and welcome back to Swordsmanship Sunday. Oh yeah, I know that's forcing it a little bit. Anyway, Sunday, June 29, 2025, almost July. So today I'm here to show you guys this new toy that I got for my Night Strike self-defense for the blind group. Yeah, I know teaching blind people how to do knife fighting and sword fighting seems a bit ridiculous, but it can be done. It has to be done in a very controlled environment, and everybody have to be very careful, but it can be done. So every year, I try to add to the stuff, the training tools that Night Strike members use. And this year, I added a pair of training katana. Nothing fancy. These are uh, made by this weird Chinese kind of a cheap brand called Act as Items. Act as Items. Okay. What's really cool about these katana is they have saya or the sheath that come with them. A lot of time when you buy bokken, they don't give you sheath, so you can't really practice anything like Iaijutsu with them. I mean, you can kind of simulate it, but you can't really get that to work without the saya. Well, these actually give you the saya with the sword, and these swords, they're a little bit lighter than the real thing. And comparing to the one I have, that the real katana, it's a little bit shorter. It's about maybe an inch and a half shorter. But the whole thing is about 37 inches long, with a 27-inch blade, and feels pretty good in hand. Now, this is not going to prepare you for the real thing, because when you use the real thing, it balanced a little bit differently and it is heavier. But if your goal is to do some light sparring and just go through your sword forms and practice your quick draw and sheathing techniques, this is not bad. This is not bad. And each one of these is only $39. And that's Canadian. 39 Canadian. So what's that? $30 US? You can probably get them cheaper if you look around on a special discount like Amazon Prime Days and stuff like that. The sword itself is a um, polypropylene, and as you can see, very flexible. Okay, but stiff enough that ow, it still deliver a pretty solid whack, right? And the sheath is also the same kind of material. The wrapped handle, the wrapping on the scabbard and the saya, all give kind of an authentic feel. What's also really kind of cool, fun in a geeky way, with these swords, with these katana, actually they feel more like shasaya to me because they don't really have a pronounced suba, aka guard, for those who are not up to the terminology. Um, these are more a little bit like the shiasaya, which is when you sheath the sword, it should feel like a staff or a cane, and it kind of feel more like that. But as I was saying, what's really cool about these is the blade is textured along the spine, and what that does is when you draw the sword, it gives you a pretty interesting sound effect, right? It's not like metal sword drawing, but it actually sound pretty fun in a geeky kind of way. Yeah, I can just stand here and do this for quite a while. When I first got these out of the box, the first thing I thought was, these actually feel heavier than I thought. I mean, they're not quite as heavy as a real katana, unless you get a really, really good one. But each one of these is about a pound and a quarter, or 1.25 pounds. So they do have a little bit of weight to them. Of course, once you get them out of the sheath, then half of that weight is pretty much gone. They become a kind of a really light sword. Um, so it is not weighted like the real thing, unfortunately. But hey, for $39 Canadian each, you get something that is durable, whole lot of fun to play with, and can uh, help you with like reenactment or photo shoots, or just do some basic sword technique stuff, which I'm going to walk us through a little bit here. We're going to cut to a little bit of just hearing what these swords sound like, whooshing through the air, and then we're going to do a little bit of Iaijutsu, quick draw, and cut. Okay, be right back. As I said, this is a lot of fun in a very geeky kind of way, and can definitely be very valuable tool. And if you're running a self-defense, a martial art program for non-profit like I am, then these are a very low budget way to get some training equipment, some fun things for your members to play with, right? So again, the brand is Act as items. Now, when you look for them on Amazon, you want to type it in, all one word, like Actasitems, all one word, and you will find some of these. Okay, there's different sizes, a few different styles. I prefer these ones that come with a scabbard and very basic. Um, so you can do your candle or your Iaijutsu or your Yero practice. Thank you for checking out today's episode. Uh, I'm going to go have some more geeky fun with my new training katana. Hopefully, I won't break a window or something. Uh, for those of you watching from Canada, early happy Canada Day. If I see you before, great. If I don't, then I'll be back after Canada Day.